In this video, I will be talking to the guy who has 96 rental units. He is a really successful real estate investor. I'm gonna make sure to ask him some critical questions so you would know what does it take to reach that level in real estate investing. I'm also going to ask him how he spends his days, what's the most challenging part in having that many rental units, and what's his long-term vision for real estate investing. This video is valuable to anyone who is looking to start with real estate investing, so make sure to watch till the end. Alright guys, so this is Bobby. He owns how many units?
Altogether, I have about 96 units.
96 units, wow.
Yes.
And can you tell us more about yourself? Because I'm sure people watching this will be wondering how to get to that level in real estate investing. So how did you start and what's your story?
I grew up in New York City. My father was a successful businessman. He had a knitting mill. And I wasn't very fond of the knitting industry.
Yeah.
So my father says, "What do you like to do?" And I made a funny comment to him. I says, "I like to look at houses." So he says, "Okay, so you like real estate." So he pushed me to go get a real estate license, and I went to work for my uncle, Ile Vasic. And I worked over there for maybe 2-3 years. And a lot of deals came across, and I was always pushing my father to buy one. And I was young. Maybe he was a little scared to invest. And finally, he lent me some money to buy a 6-family building. I owned the building for about 1.5 years. And
how much did you pay?
I bought the building for $362,500.
In New York City or?
In New York City. It was a 6-family in Glendale.
Glendale, oh
Yes.
wow.
And then I sold it I think that was 2001. I sold it in 2003 for $605,000. And then I moved to Cleveland in 2003 after the closing of the building. Actually, before the building closed, I already moved to Cleveland. I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment in Parma. And then I bought a house in 2004 here in Cleveland. And then I started buying here in Cleveland. I think I bought my first property maybe 2004, 2005 for a flip. That was technically my first house that I bought here in Cleveland. But I ended up losing $8,000 on my first property here in Cleveland.
Wow.
So I didn't start off good here in Cleveland.
And you're gonna show us some of the properties today, right?
Yes, I will show you some
So we have
properties.
96 units. So this is,
Yeah.
how many units is this?
The building that we're in now, we'll look at the building from the outside later. This is the first property, the second property I bought after that flip. This was the first rental building that I bought. This is 54 units.
54 units.
All apartments. And then I also have other buildings. I have warehouses, I have storefronts, I have halls. I have 2 halls. You know, you can make parties, you can make weddings. I have 2 lots and some warehouse space. And but the majority of my units is residential apartments. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, let's see some units first. This building, then the rest. Okay.
Yes, sure.
Let's go. So this is your first building that you bought here, right?
This is my first investment property that I bought. I closed on this December 30th of 2006. And I've had it ever since, obviously.
Yeah.
And I actually, at one time, owned this house right here. I bought it for $56,500. We put in about $80,000 into it, and then I sold it for $224,000.
Nice.
But now it just sold recently for $360,000 or $380,000. I wanted to keep it as a rental, but my partners, I had 2 partners, and they wanted to flip it. So I gave them my 1/3, and they gave me a duplex as a trade. And I still own the 1 duplex.
So do you think it was a good deal?
Yes, because I still own the duplex, and I'm collecting rent. But I think I made a mistake. We should have held it. It would have been good for all 3 of us, because now this house, like I said, is worth $360,000, $380,000, plus it has the big lot. And in the future, we could have made maybe over there townhouses or condos or something, which the city would allow us to do.
And this building is how many units?
This has 54 units. It has 39 1-bedrooms and 15 2-bedrooms, and everything on the 2nd and 3rd floor has the balconies.
And this is the one that you paid, that you bought first when you moved here, right?
This is the first investment that I bought besides that flipper that I bought in Middleburg Heights that I told you I lost $8,000. I made a big mistake. I put way too much money into it. I thought I was in New York. So this was the first rental property that I bought.
Yeah. Can you show us inside?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go inside.
So I'll show you the head of operations here. This is my office.
Okay, let's see.
This has been my office since the beginning of January 2007. So I have actually two little offices here. This is where I sit, and this is where tenants will come pay rent, and you have
the cameras here.
I have 16 unit camera system. Looking at 14 are looking at this building, and then I own a building next door to here. We'll go see that in a little bit. And I have a couple of cameras facing that building too.
Okay.
And then I have also over here another little mini office because I have a partner, and he also works for me. So we also have a little office for him. And we have tools, we have supplies over here, just stuff that we use from day to day. I mean, I have a few warehouses that will pass by, and I have tons of material over there. You'll see.
Okay, so let's see. And you have a kitchen here.
Yeah, this is I don't have a stove in here because we really don't do any cooking. I just modernized it a little bit just to look nice for us. And then this unit over here, I just put a stand-up shower. I don't need a bathtub.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to take any bubble baths, so.
You never know.
You never know, yeah.
Yeah, can you show us the laundry room if you have?
Sure, yeah. There's 5 entrances to this building.
Okay.
So each building has its own laundry room, and each laundry room has one washer and one dryer.
Okay. And how does it go when you hire a company to put this? Do they charge you anything? Who picks the money? And
there's a machine on the wall. You'll be able to see the machine on the wall. The tenants load the money on the machine. I collect the money, but I have a flat rate that I pay to the company.
Okay.
The machines are taken care of by the company. I'm not allowed to touch these machines.
Okay.
Yes. The machines here are a very big bonus for the tenants.
Yeah.
It's not so much as a bonus for me. I'm not really making money off of the machines.
So if it breaks, do they call you or?
No, they call the company, and the company comes fixes it. In order for me to make money on these machines, I would have to really jack up the prices on the machines a lot.
Okay.
It's not worth for me to do it. Basically, I break even every month.
It's just another business you want to say, right? If you want to own machines and stuff.
I personally wouldn't want to, but there's people that make they're millionaires doing just this.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't make sense to put my own, because even if I make $800 or $900 in a month or 2 months to maintain the machines, to buy the machines, for me, it's not worth the headache. I like the fact that I pay the water and the gas for the machines. I collect some income. So even if I break even or I make $5 or I lose $5 a month, it's just a bonus for the tenants.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Do you have any vacant units that you can show us?
I do not have any vacancies here.
Good for you, man.
I do have a building around the corner that I just purchased. It's a 6-unit building, and we are actually working on it. So I will be able to take you around the corner. We'll drive around the corner. I'll show you a couple of units over there, a couple of storefronts.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, pretty much all my properties are full, except for I have a hall that I'm in negotiations right now. I have somebody that wants to rent it. I can possibly get you in there also.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And one more question, we are here in the apartment building. How do you go about pre-screening tenants? How do you know who is the right tenant? And how do you know they're going to keep up with the word and to pay rent?
I mean, usually what I like to do, very important for me, obviously, everybody has their own way of doing things. For me, obviously, criminal check is very important. Job, obviously, jobs.
Do you have any credits?
Credit. Yeah, you do credit checks. Yeah. But you have a lot of people that might have bad credit, but are good tenants. For me, it's rental history is very important. Evictions is very important. Criminal, is very important. And obviously work. If somebody says, I just started working 2 months ago. Somebody says, hey, I've been working at this factory for 4 years. So it's a case by case basis. I mean, I'd say for every 10 people, 8 are great, 1 is okay, and then you're gonna get burnt on 1. I think that's fair to say. Cleveland is a lot different than New York City. New York City, you have very little turnover compared to Cleveland. In Cleveland, there's a lot more turnover. That's what I learned between New York.
Right.
and Cleveland. And the other good thing about Cleveland, even though you have more turnover here compared to New York City, is here you don't have a hard time getting tenants out if they're giving you a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, here you can. It used to be about a month and a half to get
So
somebody
how long does it take to evict someone? And what point do you say, oh my God, I'm gonna have to evict these people?
It used to be a month and a half. Now things have changed. It's a little bit more difficult now. It's about 2.5 months, I'd say, on average, to get somebody out, which is still not too bad. I mean, you're always going to have a certain amount of tenants. It depends. You have tenants, landlords that don't have a lot of problems with tenants paying. I know people that are investors and they have, let's say 70 units, they have 20 evictions a year. I personally, I'd say I'm averaging probably over the last 5 years that I actually have to go to court, and I have like 80 something actual rental units, not counting the commercial units. I think last year I was in court maybe once or twice, and this year I think I was in court once. When I first bought my properties, I had a lot rougher tenants, a lot rougher clientele, and I would say I'd probably be averaging 6 or 7 a year, which is still not that bad. Here in Cleveland, it's a lot easier to negotiate with tenants to get them out. You just bite the bullet on the, if they leave stuff behind, say, I'll give you your deposit back,
Yeah,
just
it's just gotta be nice. They're gonna be nice, right?
It happens like that a lot of times, but you have a lot of tenants that, they're in tough spots, they're very desperate, and, for them to stay the extra 2-3 months, makes sense for them, But you go to court, and then the bailiff comes out, it costs money, but, not anywhere near what it would cost like in New York City or I'm assuming the other big cities. I'm speaking from prior knowledge, because New York City, it takes a long time to get people out.
Yeah, I believe.
Yes.
Do you want to see that other building?
Sure. We'll take a walk.
Let's go. So this is the building where your office is. This is the first one you bought?
Yeah, this I bought in 2006.
And this one you have two units here?
This is an industrial warehouse with an apartment in the back.
Okay.
And I bought this about 2, 3, 4 years ago. I don't know. It's been like, let's say 3 years ago. I bought this for $65,000. $65,000. The guy had an apartment in the back. That was the owner, and he had a business in the front. And I bought the building from him, and I said, okay, I'm going to take the back of the building, I'm going to rent it out, and I'm going to have a free warehouse. So when I went to renovate the back of the building, I thought, oh, okay, it's going to cost me $10,000, $15,000 to renovate it. When I started opening up the walls, everything was a disaster. So it ended up costing me like $50,000 to redo the apartment, but it's really nice apartment.
How does it make money for you now? Do you have warehouse inside? Do you rent out that, or do?
I'd say about 65% of the building is a huge 1-bedroom loft apartment, humongous, and he pays $1,000, a little cheap for the area, but he's a great tenant. He pays water, sewer, gas, electric, everything, and he pays the rent. He pays on time. He don't complain. Excellent tenant. I could probably get, for that apartment in this market now, maybe an extra $200, $250. But like I said, I'd rather keep him for the $1,000 than take a chance on somebody else for more that could make me problems. He upkeeps the place. He fixed up the yard nice. No issues.
So how much, if you're okay talking some numbers?
Yeah.
How much does this building that I forgot to ask you, generates a month? And what's the average rent for 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom?
Is generating about $40,000 a month, maybe a smidgen over.
Okay.
But I could probably raise the rents by another maybe $3,000-$4,000. But I got a lot of tenants that are living here that are paying a lot cheaper. The apartments need to be renovated. They're really good tenants. A lot of them can't afford to go somewhere else. So I'm like, you know what? They don't make me problems. For me to take a chance on somebody else. Plus, I have a little bit of loyalty to some of them, especially the ones that are really good.
I heard that from many landlords. Like, when you have a really good tenant, you don't care what the current market rent is. You just keep them there.
I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people are going to see this video and they're going to say this guy's full of crap or whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to tell you something. And everybody's different. I would rather have 100 tenants paying $600 a month and have no headaches than have 100 tenants paying $750 a month and have problems.
Exactly.
Now, somebody would be like, hey, it's extra $150 a month, times that times 100, that's $15,000 a month. Man, this guy's nuts. I'll take that. But to each his own. But for me, you know, depending your goal in life, if you really want to hustle and you really want to make every last dollar, hey, all the power to you. I respect that. For me, I've been doing this for so long. For me now, like I said, I'd rather just have the better tenant. I mean, obviously, I want to get as much as I can to get out of it. But because you asked me that question, having a good tenant is gold in the hand, man.
Exactly. So this one. What else do you want to show us today?
If you want to see the warehouse, what I do is I like to buy, because I have a lot of warehouses. I have about 4 warehouses. I have 3 of my own, and then my partner has 2 more. So between us, we have 5. So what I do is whenever I go somewhere, it doesn't matter where it is, Home Depot, Lowe's, I go to some liquidator place, whatever is on sale, dirt cheap, I just buy it all, and then I just store it. So I have, a lot of times I can't even find the stuff that I have.
So how do you, if you have like 50, let's say, units, how do you find the matching flooring and stuff?
Well, I don't do the same. I don't do the same.
Okay.
I can take you in units where I have brown laminate. I can take you in units where I have light brown.
Yeah, it doesn't
I can take
matter,
you gray. It doesn't matter. You know, I like better quality stuff, so I don't buy the cheap stuff. I do not buy the cheap. I would rather buy the quality stuff, but obviously because I'm at Home Depot, sometimes I'm at Home Depot 5-6 times a day, literally. So when I go there every day, I'll see the yellow sticker. I walk up, hey, there's a real hardwood floor that was $5 a square foot on sale for $250. I buy it all. And then I do. Sometimes I'll get laminate. Sometimes I'll get ceramic tile. Like you're gonna see now, I just bought 3 bathtubs. Each bathtub was $320 a piece. I got each one for $75 a piece, so I bought them all. And now when I have to do 3 bathrooms, I have 3 new bathtubs sitting there.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Good job.
So as you can see, there's tons and tons, and I have even more than this, way more than this.
$75 each, right?
Yeah, these were originally $309 at Home Depot, and I bought them for $75 a piece. These were on sale. These weren't a lot on sale. These were like $30 on sale, but still, I always need them. These mailboxes were dirt cheap, so I bought them. I have tons of light fixtures that were dirt cheap, towel bars. These are going in a unit. These are part of it. They're going in one of my buildings. We'll pass by there later on. These brushes,
wow,
$1 a piece.
No way, man.
$1 a piece.
I'm paying like $15 for this.
That's my gift for you.
Okay, thank you.
Take a couple if you want.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna take one. I'll give you $1 later.
Hey, you owe me $1.
Awesome. So yeah, you have plenty of stuff here, man.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm blessed that I have the room to do it. You know, obviously, you know, there's a lot of people that would love to do the same thing. They just can't because they don't have where to store. I mean, you can only fit so much in your house garage without your wife or girlfriend going nuts.
I know, right? All right, let's go to the next one, shall we?
Sure. We're gonna have to walk really far or drive.
Let's drive, man. Yeah, let's drive. Okay. So we are going where now?
We're going to see a 6-unit building that I just bought a few months ago, about 4 months ago. I bought it for $250,000, and I'm gonna put in about $125 into it. I think it'll be worth at least $500,000, maybe possibly $600,000, because the 4-unit right there, the brick one, it's 4 units. It sold for $495 a couple years ago.
No way, $495.
$495. Yeah, this brick one right here. Yeah, so I'm hoping mine is at least that, maybe a little more. But I'm not really looking to flip it. I'm going to keep it long term.
Yeah.
So it's not about what it's worth. As long as the income's coming in and not giving me any problems, I'm a happy man.
Okay, yeah. Let's take a look. This is the building, right?
Yeah, it's these 2 buildings here. So upstairs, there's 2 3-bedroom apartments. And there's 2 1-bedrooms, 1 studio, and 1 1-bedroom. Actually, it's a studio in the back. And then these 2 storefronts are going to be the second location of City Slice Pizza.
Oh, okay.
They're on 120th and Lorraine, and they're killing it. They're doing really good. And I know the owner, so when I told him I bought this building and I told him about the location, he says, "Bobby, I want to open up my second second pizzeria over here." Actually, the first pizzeria is in my other building.
Okay.
We'll pass by there later on. This is just a garage that's coming with the buildings. I have a ton of material here that I bought for this project.
How much do you pay for this? This is like $2 a square foot usually.
Actually, yes, this is, I don't know how much this was. I'll be honest, it was over $2 for sure, maybe even $3. It was on sale for 72 cents a square foot, so I just bought it all.
Is it a laminate or?
This is a laminate. This is the waterproof one, which is awesome, you know. So this is the cabinets for one of the units. That's some more flooring that I ended up getting for on sale. It wasn't as cheap as this one. It was about half price. It was still like $1 something. But again, you know,
that's a deal.
It's $3 a square foot. You get it for $1.50. That's a no-brainer.
That's a good deal, man.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is the building, right?
These two buildings right here. This is just the garage. We're gonna rebuild this whole garage. All new concrete work here. We're gonna put a balcony door here. Brand new balcony deck coming out. All of this will be all new concrete. We're siding, all new windows, all new siding over here. Paint the whole, all the brick in the side of the building. And then we're gonna go upstairs. We're gonna take a look at the 2-3 bedrooms that's under construction right now. So a lot of work, as you can see. A lot of demo.
Yeah. So when did you buy this again?
We closed on it about 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll take a look at this one unit first. This is the bigger 3-bedroom. So it has a back sunroom. So this is a nice bonus. And we got over here the bathroom. You can see it's going to be completely redone. So the good thing is you have the video of it before.
Yeah.
And in
I'm
a few months.
later.
Oh yeah.
One more question. Do you always change the plumbing and electricals where you have the walls open, or?
Yeah, I mean, that would be smart. That would be smart to do. You know, if the electrical's in decent shape, you leave it alone. I mean, but it's usually smart to do it when everything's open.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. So, you know, just one of the bedrooms here. Then here's the kitchen. Tore out the whole kitchen. Gonna redo the layout of the kitchen a little bit. Add some cabinets, all new stainless steel appliances, granite.
I hate these LEDs.
It's not fun doing demo on this.
Yeah,
you're breathing a lot of dust.
I've been there, man.
Yeah. You know, here's the dining room area.
This is very nice, man.
Beautiful, yeah. This
So how
is,
much the rent will be for?
we're hoping to get 1,800 for it. If we get at least 16, we'll be happy. But we're thinking around 1,800 bucks in this location and in this market.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So needs a lot of work. A lot of work.
How much do you think you're gonna put into this?
Into this whole building, we're hoping to get out for about 100,000, but I'd say maybe closer to 125, realistic.
What about the roof? Did you have to change the roof?
We didn't have to change the roof. We actually found out we have one little leak right now, so we're gonna have to take care of that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What are you gonna do? It happens. But we have a lot of concrete work.
These windows, are they new? They don't look bad.
These windows were here when we bought the building, so they're newer. They look really crummy because they're dirty, so we're gonna have to clean them up.
Yeah, I like these ones, right?
Yeah, those are the original. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna end up changing about half the windows because even though these are newer, some of them are broke. So we're gonna end up changing them. You know, just a regular vinyl. You know, standard. You know, it's nicer. You know, if you put the really good quality stuff, but you know. Everybody has their own method to their madness, so
yeah.
So this is we'll go through this doorway to go to the other side, which is the other 3-bedroom. That's a little smaller, but this one's almost completely done.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Yeah. So this one, you can see we already did the painting in here. We just gotta do a little bit of cleaning the floors. This is the living room. We're gonna paint the bricks, fix this brick here, paint it, nicer color. Change that window over there. This unit, new floor in the bedrooms, new light fixture.
Nice.
We didn't finish them everywhere, but we're putting new light fixtures throughout the apartment. Then you can see in here, we completely redid the bathroom. This bathroom was completely disaster.
Yeah, looks nice now.
Yeah, so we went the tiles all the way to the ceiling. We did all new plumbing. Did a stand-up shower instead of a bathtub. We're gonna have a 36-inch vanity over here, and then you can see here, we new kitchen, new tiles, brand new kitchen cabinets.
So this is how it's supposed to look like the other unit, right?
The other unit's gonna be identical to this one. It's gonna have the same white cabinets. We don't know if we're gonna go with the same granite. I mean, it all depends. We might do the same granite. We might do a different color. you know, in here you can see we still have to do grout. We still have to put the knobs. We still have to put the fixtures in, outlet covers. I mean, there's still plenty of work, but you can see kind of what the finished product's going to look like. Oh, no light fixture in here. We didn't get to that part yet.
Yeah, so that's basically it.
Yeah, so this is a nice apartment, but the big bonus in both of these apartments is they have these huge, that's my my friend Drago.
Hey,
he works for me
man?
for almost
How
10
are you?
years. And, you know, it has these bonus rooms.
Yeah.
You know, so I think, you know, these bonus rooms alone can, you know, get you to raise the rent a little bit.
Nice. All right, let's go. And this is the hallway again.
This is for that first apartment. We just literally walked around in a circle.
Okay, yeah. Let's take a look at the next one, okay?
Yep.
So what are we doing now?
Now we're going to have the fun part of being a landlord. The really fun part. Cleaning garbage. Either because the tenant got lazy to pick up the lid, or some other stupid reason. So this is the good part. You tell the people that this is what can happen when you're a landlord. It's not all about collecting the money and going to the bank. Sometimes it's doing the disgusting stuff too.
Yeah. So the garbage is clean. This is your building, right?
This is a building I bought recently.
Okay.
And then these two lots over here also come with the building. So there's two residential lots. I'm probably gonna get some kind of funding from the city and make two parking lots.
Nice, man.
Or possibly the far lot I might try to sell and just keep this one because I have two halls here for people, so the people can park over there.
Okay. So
And
is this mostly residential or?
This here I have a cell tower on the roof.
Okay.
T-Mobile's paying to have a cell tower up there. I got about, I think, 7 or 8 rental units, residential. I have 3 storefronts, and I have 2 halls, like party halls. And there's room to make probably another 3-4 apartments. But
When did you buy this and how much did you pay?
I paid for this $300,000, plus I am getting back $40,000 in electrical. What is it called? In 300 minus 40, so technically 260. But I really bought it for 3, but I'm getting back $40,000 for the electrical.
Yeah.
So however
How
you
much
want
does it generate in income per month?
right now, I think I'm at around 9,000, and then I have another tenant that's already working on the unit for the commercial, and I think they're gonna start paying in March. There's another $1,050, so the rent will be over 10,000 in sometime in March, and then when I rent the upstairs hall, we're looking at hopefully over 12,000-13,000 a month. So the return on the investment is astronomical.
So how do you collect the rents? Do you physically collect these rents?
Mostly physical. Either I come here and pick up the rents, or the tenants will come to my office. So.
Okay, let's go to the next one, which is across the street, right?
Yes, the one across the street I bought about 3 years ago, and it has 2 apartments upstairs and 2 storefronts downstairs. But the guy is renting both storefronts for City Slice Pizza, and he's killing it. It's New York City.
So that's the landlord. That's the guy that's gonna rent the building there that we just saw.
So that corner building over there, that's City Slice downstairs, and then 2 apartments upstairs. And the guy that owns the business, he's renting the whole building from me.
Okay.
He pays everything.
Nice.
And then this is a coffee shop right here. It's a coffee shop. This is a barber shop. This is where you can access 5 of the units, and you can also access one of the halls. And this is going to be, I believe, a restaurant in about 1.5 years. But for now, he's going to have some kind of like mini hall where he's going to make parties and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
So this is one of the buildings you own, right?
This is another one of my buildings that I own. I've had this maybe for 5-6 years. I bought this on an auction, which is crazy. Literally, I came to see it that morning. I went back to my office. There was a buy now button at the auction to end the auction if you paid the reserve price. And we ended up getting it for 82,000 and change.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just by clicking buy now.
Just clicking buy now button, we hit the reserve, and
How many units?
over here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total rentable units.
How much does it produce in income?
Over 6,000 a month.
Okay, cool.
Over 6,000 a month. Actually, no. I'm telling you right now. Hold on. Over 7,000 a month.
So 85,000 for this one.
Yeah, but I put in about 145,000 into it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I got 2 penthouses here. When I mean penthouses, I'm talking about penthouses. I got 3,200 square foot upstairs penthouse, and I got an over 4,000 square foot penthouse on the first level that your jaw would drop if you were to see it.
How much does it cost to rent one of those?
The guy upstairs is paying 16, and the guy downstairs is paying over 2,000, because they're both friends of mine. The one guy that's renting, he owns the Dairy Queen.
Okay. Yeah,
He's
so
knocking
it's
his door if he's willing to let us in.
no worries, man. He just showed me an apartment up there. It's crazy. I didn't want to film because of the privacy, but the penthouse and the apartment downstairs, it's like mind-blowing, man. Like mind-blowing. Okay, let's go to the next one, okay? So this is one of the doubles you have also, right?
This is a double. I sold most of my smaller properties, my singles, my doubles. I'm trying to just liquidate a lot of my smaller properties and try to concentrate on buying 4 units, 6 units, 8 units, commercial buildings. But this one, I have a mortgage on it with a bank. So that's the reason why I'm not really selling it. I'm just going to keep it. Plus, I have 2 tenants that are freaking awesome, man. The guy upstairs has been with me for like 4 years. Pays, clean. The lady downstairs, she just moved in about 8 months ago. She's awesome, clean. They both pay rent at the beginning of the month. And I got the house for dirt cheap. I got it for $26,500. I put in a lot of money into this house. I put in about 50 to 60,000. So, but this house in this market is probably worth anywhere between $150 and $180. So I have plenty of equity, but I'm probably gonna end up keeping this long term as long as it's not giving me any problems.
Awesome. Okay, so these 2 are also yours.
This duplex here is mine,
Mm-hmm.
and this single over here is mine. I bought this one for $18,000, and I bought this duplex over here for $15,000. And this one I'm selling to the tenant there on a lease option to buy. She owes me like another year, and then I'm gonna have to give her the deed to the house.
Nice, man.
Hi. And this one, the tenant that lives there, he's probably gonna end up buying the house for me. I'm gonna hold him the mortgage for 15 years because he's gonna put me.
So what's the benefit of doing so for you?
The benefit is I'm gonna make the same amount of money or more on the house for the next 15 years, and I have no headache of doing any of the repairs or any of the maintenance on the house.
Yeah.
And then if the tenant doesn't pay or defaults, I take the house back and I keep the down payment money, which I don't want that to happen, because I don't want anybody's property. I just want what's mine. But the headache is that if you do that and the person doesn't pay, once they hit over 20%, you have to do not an eviction, you have to do a legal foreclosure, and that could cost you a ton of money. In the long run, you're going to make out again probably, unless they completely destroy the house, because you can resell it again. But I'm only doing it from now on. With people that I know, so that I don't have to worry about taking the house back.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so you showed us a bunch of your properties. I mean, how do you keep up with everything? And what's your, let's say, long term in 10, 15, 20 years from now?
I mean, I have enough right now. Would I want to buy more? Of course. I mean, I would love to buy more, as long as it doesn't get to a point where I have to change my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like, there's weeks where I really work 30 hours a week. There's weeks where I work 80 hours a week. Obviously, the 80 hours a week is not that fun, but it happens from time to time. I would like to buy some more properties, if I get a good deal on it, obviously. And I would like possibly in the future for one of my kids possibly to take over. I don't know if that's going to happen. If it does, that's great. If not, there's going to be a point where I'm going to get old enough, and if I don't find somebody really trustworthy that I can trust to take over for me, then I would just liquidate everything and, live off the money and, leave everything for my kids.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, I would love for one of my sons to take over.
Yeah. So do you think this is good for, what would you say, let's say, for somebody that's starting to get, like, they want to get into real estate game, but they don't have the money currently, they're young like myself. What's the best move to move in the direction where you are at right now?
I mean, if you don't have the money to do it, that's obviously tough. But you would do what I had to do at one point. I was lucky enough that my father lent me money to start off. My father lent me $300,000 to start off. But then, once I bought this property, I wanted to buy more. My father's business started to collapse. He had no more money to fund any of the projects, to lend me money. So what I started to do was make relationships with people, talk to people, and I was blessed enough that I found people that trusted me, and they started lending me money. In the beginning, it was very rough. I was borrowing at 15% interest in the beginning, which is crazy. Then it went down to 12%. Then it went down to 10%. Now I'm borrowing money for 7-8%, which is not bad considering that the banks now are giving 7-8%. But you just got to either, if you don't have your own money to borrow, you don't have your own money and then you can't find somebody to borrow, the next step is find a partner with money. You do the work, you manage, and obviously you're 50% owner, but they're the money guys, you're the running. But I would say, find investors.
So, that's a great point. And how many hours a week would you say you work? You're here every day, or what happens if somebody calls you in the middle of the night, something happens then?
I am here pretty much at least 6 hours a day, fair to say. I'm my own boss, so I make my own schedule. So if I don't show up for 2 days, I don't have to. But I do come here pretty much every day. If there's an emergency in the middle of the night, depending what it is, like let's say emergency, somebody locked themselves out. Yeah. I have two tenants here that actually work for me from time to time. You want to call them maintenance men or just people that I trust to have the keys to my office to open doors for people. So that's a huge plus. If it's something where there's water leaking and I need to shut off the water, they can help me. If it's something where the water pipe burst or knock on wood, or something major, then I will come out. My maintenance guy that does the major stuff, he'll come out. I can call a plumber. So it's happened that I've come out at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. It happens less and less now because a lot of the major things have been done. Updating plumbing, updating electrical. When you have better tenants, less damage, less things that you're gonna have to fix. People respect stuff more. But the main thing I'd say right now is people getting locked out and stuff like that.
Yeah, minor things.
Minor things, yeah.
Man, thank you so much for your time and showing me everything today. I'm really grateful for that. And for the end, do you have any books that you would recommend to young entrepreneurs, or it's just a life school?
I guess the school of the streets. A lot of times the school of the streets is better than books.
Yeah.
So I don't read too many books. I wasn't great in school. So just talking to people and just having the passion to learn as you go along.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.